You know, before I get into the meat of this message, there's a few things that I need to say up front that will, of course, serve as the intro to this masterpiece. Now, many of you have been sending me requests regarding the Black Avenger website. And what I'm going to do, the brother sent me an email the other day with a video explaining in detail what has happened to the Black Avenger website, and don't y'all worry, there's another one coming. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that link to that brother's video in the description box so he can explain it. And listen, I didn't tell him this, but this I'm going to say it in this video. I thought I was computer literate, or I like to consider myself to be computer literate. But that video that brother put together explaining what took place with the Black Avenger website, that's some classroom type stuff. I mean, I actually thought about getting out a notebook and paper and take some notes, because he did a thorough job explaining what took place, what happened, why it happened, and what he's going to do going forward. So don't y'all worry, there's another one coming down the pipe. But until we get that situated, I'm going to upload the rabbit hole on the videos that I gave when I gave y'all the holiday trilogy. I'm going to use that site until the Black Avenger site is up and running again. And of course, you've seen the title of this video, and you know I'm going to have to address this in the whole. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to address this in the whole. I'm going to address this April Mason in the whole, and I'm going to tell y'all something. And this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough because I'm really sick and tired, and I'm going to control my anger here. We know this is the politically correct version, so I'm not going to go ham in this video. But in the whole, I'm going to address this April Mason straight down the center of the plate. You know what it is, second nature like breathing. You want that April Mason rabbit hole production, send me an email. Most certainly will get you the link. And of course, again, you've seen the title of this video. And I've been sitting back, I've been, watching this whole dust up, because listen, let me explain something to y'all. This may be a long video. Let me make something plain. And I've said this, and oftentimes people think that I'm joking when I say it, but I don't joke when I tell y'all this. I studied y'all. I really have. And what I've come to learn about black people through my studies is that a whole lot of y'all, and don't ask me in this public video to put a percentage on it. I will most certainly put a percentage on it if I was in the hole, but a whole lot of y'all just aren't all that smart. You're just not. You're just not. And I understand this about y'all. And this is the reason why I deal with y'all the way that I do. Because I know a lot of y'all are just not smart. And what I mean by smart, your IQ level is not all that high. It's just not. It's just not. And when I produce my masterful productions, oftentimes people would ask me, why do I do them like this? And I've done a video, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and I explained this in detail. But one of the things that I didn't really address in that video is that I know y'all's mental state. And because I know y'all's mental state, I don't overfeed y'all. I mean, I just don't. Matter of fact, let me put it this way. Let me make it plain. I use an example that I've used in another video. If you were to get a newborn infant, and you tried to feed that newborn smashed potatoes, green beans, and steak, even if you can get that food inside that newborn, his system has not evolved. It has not matured enough to process smashed potatoes, green beans, and steak. So you know what that infant's gonna do? He's gonna throw it up. He's gonna spit that shit out. And the reason why he's gonna spit it out is because, again, his system has not evolved to the point where it can process. He has to give him formula. He has to drink milk. His system can process that. But it cannot process solid table food, not at an infant stage. What am I saying? A lot of y'all, a whole lot of y'all are at that infant stage intellectually. And if I give you Negroes solid table food, y'all gonna throw that shit up. Y'all gonna reject it, as y'all have done. And a lot of y'all may notice I used to do political videos because I love politics. But it came a point when I realized, you know what, there's no need to keep doing political videos with this Negro, and he does not understand the basics of politics. He just don't. He don't get it. That's the reason why he's still going out talking about voting, and you know, I'm going to vote for this candidate, and this candidate going to see what they're going to do. He's still talking about that. And I say all that to say this. When I sat back and analyzed this April Mason piece, and I was aware of her for years. She's not nothing new to me. She hasn't been on my radar simply because I didn't take her serious. As, of course, you see the title of the video. And I'm going to explain to y'all why I don't take her and her ilk serious. But when that whole dust-up took place, you had a whole bunch of hoteps, pro-blacks, back to Africa. And they were attempting to put April Mason on us. And what I mean by us, we're talking about brothers who, I mean, we could take it or leave it. I mean, we're just not pressed. And what I find to be comical is that when you look at her whole schnick, her whole schmeal, this black love piece, black man for black woman piece. Now that's what she says. I never bought it. We're going to deal with that later in the video. But yet it's still on the surface, this is her schnick. Black man, black woman, black love. So you would think, who would support a message like that? Who? A hotep, pro-black, black first Negro, right? Wrong. Because the hotep, pro-black, black first Negro, they have a problem with April Mason, who's Miss Black Love first. Now, again, we're going to deal with why I don't believe that later on in the video. So I'm just saying what she talks about. So they say that they have a problem. You know, they're talking about this April. They got a problem with her, yada, yada, yada. But yet it's still, they can sit on live streams with ex-swirlers who have houses full of mongrel half-breed children. So I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this whole dynamic and I'm saying, now wait a minute, wait. Hold on. Stop. I'm throwing a red flag. I want you to look at this play again, Mr. Referee, because this don't make sense. You got to go under the hood and look at this play again. I'm challenging this play. The hotep pro-black back to Africa dislikes April Mason. And April Mason is black love. They don't like her. But they do sit on live streams with women who have said, hashtag divest from the black community, damn the black community, black men are weak, and some of these ex-swirlers who have mongrel children with ex-white men. And they can talk to them. And I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, exactly how deep does this rabbit hole go? Exactly how deep does this rabbit hole go? And see, their reason for disliking her is not the reason why I dislike her. So let me explain to y'all why I dislike her so y'all can fully be in full accordance with where I'm coming from. See, you have, this is gonna get rough. I'm gonna tiptoe through the tulips with this one because in the whole I'm gonna just come down the center of the plate. But I'm gonna be politically correct here because I know this is gonna piss off a lot of people. And you have on social media, you have this cottage industry of self-help, videos. You have video channels. You have seminars. You have women who have written books. You have all this stuff to help black women to be feminine, to be ladylike. So you have April Mason doing a little, I think she called it the VIP Academy. And these women are learning how to be dainty and sophisticated, classy women. And on the surface, somebody will come back to me and say, well, why do you have a problem with that? Because you always talk about the black woman. You always talk about how, disgusting they are. So if she's trying to get black women to clean up their act, then it seems like to me you would applaud that. That's a good question. I'm glad you asked it. See, because there's something we have to decode this shit, y'all. And this again, if you haven't been down the rabbit hole, you're not going to be able to decode this. And let me put a plug in for the rabbit hole. This is the reason why you need to request it. This is the reason why you need to get it. This is the reason why you need to support it. Because that's the only way you can decode this message. So you have this cottage industry of seminars, books, classes, videos, and all of them are designed to teach black women how to be feminine. Now, the first thing we have to decode in this, and this is y'all not gonna like this. Y'all not gonna like this. If April Mason, Crystal and Karen, we can name these sisters all day, all night. If all of these black women have these courses, have these classes, have these seminars, make these videos, written books, write blogs to help black women to be ladies and feminine, what are they saying when you decode that? What's the hidden message in that? You want to know what the hidden message is? Now, let's keep in mind now, these seminars, these classes, these books are attended by drones of black women. We're talking about black women flock to this stuff. That pink pill that Crystal and Karen has, I think she made 10 stacks off of that. She made 10 stacks off of that. Black women bought that stuff. So now if black women are flocking to these classes, flocking to these seminars, buying the books, attending the retreats, what is that saying? We're talking about 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95 or 100-year-old black women are attending these classes to learn how to be ladies. What is that saying? You know what that's saying? When you decode that, that's saying their mothers failed. That's what you're saying. Because all of the information that these sisters are giving in these classes, in these courses, in these seminars, in these books, is information these women should have gotten from their mother. So if it takes an April Mason to teach a black woman how to put on makeup, and when you wear a skirt, to how to cross and uncross your legs, and if it takes her to explain that to you at 40, and somebody's trying to call me, and I hate that because they interrupted my ticket, and I know what they're doing. They're talking about the game. No, they didn't messed up my ticking, y'all. Let me go back and get this ticking together. Man, I hate it when people try to call me when I'm producing one of these masterful productions, y'all. But let me get back to my point. If you got all these women attending this seminar, and They're all learning from this sister information that you would think a mother tells her daughter when they sitting in the kitchen. Then what you're saying is that these black mothers failed. Now, listen, people, we already know the black woman has failed her son. We already know that. This is what we complain about. We complain about how she has done her son and the failure that took place with her son when she said, I can rear him into manhood. And how do we know she failed? All we have to do is the proof is in the pudding. All you have to do is take a panoramic view of black men on social media, the majority of whom have been reared by single moms. Look at these brothers. Look at them. So we ain't got to even debate whether she failed when it comes down to her son. But now apparently she has failed when it comes down to her daughter. How can we say this? Because all of these sisters have created a cottage industry of self-help, of seminars, books, classes, courses to help black women to be feminine and to act in ways that you think their mothers should have told them. Crystal cares said, listen, don't even let them see you chewing gum. If you want to freshen your breath, suck on some mints. They're taking the black woman away from that warrior princess, that ride or die chick, that rough exterior, that hard exterior. Why? And for who? Now, we know they're not doing this for you. And when I say you, I'm talking about you, black man. We know they're not trying to make her feminine for you. We know that. We know that. That's a wash. This is not for you. Now, the only way that you can grasp this is you have to decode it. Again, another plug, shameless plug for the rabbit hole. That's why you have to watch those productions. It teaches you how to decode this shit. They're not trying to teach black women to be feminine and ladylike for you. So if it's not for you, who is it for? Who is it for? In the $64 million question, y'all already know the answer. We already know who it's for. It's for Brad. That's what this is about. Make no bones about this. That entire cottage industry that these black women have created on YouTube, or not just YouTube, but social media, because they're all over Facebook. They're all over the place. It's a cottage industry, man. Teaching the black woman how to be feminine, dainty, sophisticated, skirt, heels, classy. All this stuff you would think when the mama is cooking some biscuits and her daughter is in the kitchen with her mama and her mama is showing her how to make some biscuits. She's talking about this stuff. This is mother and daughter conversation. But since they have not gotten this from their mother, and since all of these women, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100-year-old black women are in these courses, in these seminars, learning this shit, then we have to conclude their mothers failed them. That's number one. Number two, we have to conclude, and we already know, that all of this sophistication and all of this femininity is not for you, black man. It's for Brad. It's for Brad. And the reason why they have to change the black woman's image, because what is her image? What is the black woman's image? The angry, rude, obnoxious, in your face, willing to drop and throw these hands, throw these hands at any moment, knuckle up. The tough, hard black female, they trying to get away from that. And the reason why they're trying to get away from that is because they know. And all of this is the reason why I never took April Mason serious. With all of her black man for black woman bullshit, I ain't buying that. Because I know you're trying to teach black women to be feminine for Brad. And how do I know it was for Brad? I'm going to explain that in a minute. But let's get back to this here, because this is the point that you got to get first. Brad. Let's look at Brad. Now, excuse me. Brad is not with that. And when I mean with that, I'm talking about that hard, dominant, in your face, aggressive. Excuse me. Brad ain't with that. Unless Brad is a cuckold or is aroused by some kind of dominatrix or femdom type bullshit, Brad is not going to be attracted to no aggressive, in your face, shut your mouth, throw these hands up black woman. He ain't going to be attracted to that. Not Brad. Now, black men, we see that shit. We see it. I mean, we've seen it from our mothers. We've seen it from our sisters. We got aunts. We got cousins. So that whole in your face, hard exterior, we used to that shit. It don't even faze us. I mean, we don't care nothing about you, man. Bend over. I mean, wait a minute. Wait. Y'all got me thinking I'm in the hole. Scratch that from the record, man. But we, black men, we seen that. But unless Brad is one of these cuckolds, dominatrix loving, femdom, fantasy, type white dudes, he's not going to be attracted to that. So to attract Brad, you have to change the black woman's, that whole dynamic, you got to do away with that. That's the reason why they're saying, listen, don't be arguing. Don't be having no attitude. Don't even let them see you chewing gum. Don't do none of that. And the reason why they don't want you doing none of that or having any of that is because they're not interested in turning off Brad. They don't want to turn Brad off. And that was turn Brad off. So therefore, they have to be feminine. They have to be ladylike. Shh. Don't talk back. Be seen and not heard. Why be submissive? Imagine that. Imagine that. Being submissive. Oh, but I don't have no problem being submissive when he protects me. When he provides for me. Then I can be a lady. Then I can be submissive. See, what they said is, and this will let you know they're full of shit, is they said, well, listen, wait a minute, hold on. Black women were forced to be this aggressive in your face because they didn't have a man. So that aggressive, hard exterior from black women, they were forced to behave that way. Okay, that's your argument? Then I have to ask you a question. Then why did this not come out with your son? Because your son is effeminate. Your son is soft. So if you had to be hard and tough and in your face and throw these hands up, if you had to be that way, then why did that not translate with your son? Why is he effeminate? Why is he soft? Why? What happened? Unless you're going to admit that you willingly destroyed him. Now, that's a question that we're going to have to deal with in the whole. I'm going to leave that right there. I'm not going to go no further than that. I'm going to throw it out there as a question. I'm not saying this is what they've done, but I would answer that in the whole. Because if the argument, and I heard April Mason make this argument, that to be a warrior princess, as they call it, I had to be tough because I didn't have a man. Okay, then if that toughness that you said you had to be, why didn't that translate with your son? Because your son is effeminate. Well, let's make no bones about this. A lot of these Negroes that y'all see on social media, these are some effeminate, soft, catty, melodramatic type Negroes. Jealous-hearted, flip-flopping. These Negroes are, I'm telling y'all, man, they're women. They're women with penises. And again, I'm gonna leave that there because I'm really on the edge. Let me get back to this point here because I'm gonna leave that alone. But so if you had to be a warrior princess, it didn't translate with your son. So this hard, tough exterior, they know this is not gonna translate with Brad. Brad ain't having that. Brad don't want that. He don't care what she looks like. Because as quiet as it is kept, that scares Brad. It really does. So she gonna get mad and cross those hands like they do, poke them lips out. Brad gonna get scared. Black man gonna be like, what you poking your lips out for? You better poke them lips back in. Get in there and get in that kitchen. I ain't scared about that. What? I'm supposed to be shaking because you mad? Who cares? Bend over. I mean, let me take a sip of this, man. Hey, sip on this. All right. There. That's better. But see, this whole cottage industry of these self-help seminars, books, classes, videos, this is what it's designed for. And if you haven't been down the hole and you can't decode that, you're going to look at it on the surface and you're going to think, why, my God, why do you have a problem with April Mason? She's for black men being with black women. Oh my God, why do you have a problem with her? She's trying to get black women to be feminine, classy, sophisticated. Why do you have a problem with that? Seemed like to me you would applaud that. Yeah. That's until you decode it. That's until you take that message and decode it. Once you decode it, you know this whole femininity is not for you, black man. That's for Brad. And how do we know this was for Brad? When that situation took place with her cousin, and her cousin, who clearly has some kind of mental issues, went out and made that whole lie about these dudes stalking her, following her, trying to, abduct her, and comes to find out that it's fake. What she doesn't understand is that's no different than that April Smith who drowned her children in the ocean and said that a black man stole her car. And you remember, I can't remember where it was, the white guy who shot his wife, his pregnant wife, and then he said that it was a black guy who tried to carjack him, and then he gave a description. And those cops were actually looking for that dude. Until they come to find out that he didn't exist. This is a figment of his imagination. You killed your wife and blamed it on this fictional black man. Now, what April Mason don't understand is that if I'm in Atlanta and her cousin, they said, well, give us the description of one of the four guys. And she says, hey, one of them guys had his head shaved, he wore dark glasses, and he was smoking a cigar. Guess what happened when I'm walking down the street, no cops roll up on me? Nigga, get on the ground. Get on the ground for what? You match the description of somebody who tried to abduct this woman. Huh? I don't abduct no woman. I'm trying to get away from her. No, she doesn't understand. You put black men at risk. We cannot forgive that. That's not some willy-nilly stuff that we gonna just sweep under the rug. As if we need help from y'all to be placed at risk. And then she comes back mad because after flashing y'all some titties. Oh. Oh, boy. Let me calm down. She comes back after she's mad because she showed y'all some cleavage. And the cleavage didn't accomplish what she wanted it to accomplish. Because black men said, listen, why are we going to defend you? What? Huh? Are you serious? out and say her true colors were exposed because she got mad. So what did she say then? Well, black woman, hell, if you know what? I said black man, black woman, but you know what? You need to go where you're protected and appreciated. Decode it. Decode it. Decode that. Take that message right there. We got to put a period right there. We got to stop. God damn it. Decode that message. What is she saying? What is she saying? She's told black women because black men did not buy her sister or her cousin's story. Black men weren't buying that crap. She got mad. She got upset, which is what they do. And the first thing she did is what? She slipped up and revealed the whole premise behind her entire campaign. She told black women, you know what? Y'all need to go where y'all respected and where y'all are appreciated. What is she saying? Decode that shit. Because we already know that the only one who respects and appreciates black femininity is who? The only one that gets it. The white man. Because again, they're not doing this for you, brother. And somebody, look, they trying to get me about this game, man. I'm hyped up. They own me, and they trying to, I know what they doing. Y'all know what? they bother me, y'all. They bother my ticking. They interrupting me. They talking trash about the game. And now, okay. See, I record these because the game that I'm concerned about is that Ohio State-Wisconsin game. I want Wisconsin to win the Big Ten because, you know, I'm not a fan of Ohio State. I think they're overrated. They shouldn't be ranked number one. But, you know, that's a sports video. And these guys, we go back and forth on Saturdays. We do this on Sundays. This is what we do. So, but it's interrupting this video, man. And so I'm going to get back to the point. Where were we? We're talking about the femininity for the white man. The one who appreciates it. She said, go where you appreciate it. Go where you respect it. Who's the only one that appreciates that femininity? Is the only one that gets it. I can't appreciate something I ain't got. I can't appreciate something I haven't seen. And so you haven't shown it to me. So you can't come to me and say, well, you don't appreciate me being feminine. I've never seen it. I don't get that. And I had a conversation with some brothers Friday in the cigar shop. We were talking about this, and I explained to this brother because, again, you know, I know a lot of y'all aren't here. A lot of y'all are not here. When I mean by here, I mean where I am on this subject. And I told this brother, I'll tell you what you do. You do not have to take my words on what I'm saying. I'll tell you what you do. This is y'all's holiday season. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to any store. It don't make no difference. Next time you out doing your Christmas shopping or, you out, buying gifts or whatever it is that y'all do for this holiday, Kwanzaa, whatever. If you're in the store and there's a long line, don't get in the short line. Find the line that has a black girl as a cashier and a white man in that line. Go get in that line. I don't care if it's the longest line. Stand in that line. And why I want you to stand in that line is when you're standing there and that white man puts his items on the counter, pay attention to how that black woman engages that white man. Good morning. Good evening. How are you doing? Have a nice day. If he uses his credit card, if he uses a debit card, she hands him the receipt. Thank you for shopping here. Have a nice day. Have a nice holiday. Blah, 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 blah. Now you sit your shit on the counter. She gonna just start ringing that shit up. And then she gonna act like she's doing you a favor. No hi. No how are you doing? No have a nice holiday. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Kiss my ass, fuck you. None of that. Well, you might get that. Because if you mention, well, you said hi to the white man, you ain't say hi to me, you gonna get fuck you, kiss my ass. You gonna get that. You ain't gotta worry about that. So let me scratch that from the record. But as far as all of those nice, and you're not gonna get that. She gonna get that to that white man. Because that's how they engage him. They ain't gonna engage you like that. And if you think I'm not telling you the truth, try it for yourself. Go to a store. It don't matter what it could be Starbucks. Go to any store, any one of these shopping, it don't make, I can't even name one. Go to any one of them. And when you get ready to check out, go to the line that's long and make sure there's a white man in that line. And if it's a white man in that line, my God, watch the interaction between that black woman and that white man. And then when you get up to the counter, watch your interaction with her and see and tell me if there's a difference. We haven't seen this femininity, man. This stuff is designed for him. This is Brad. This is all Brad. That's the reason why this whole April Mason and that whole piece, I ain't buying none of that crap because I decoded her message a long time ago. And that's not just her. That's all of these women. All of these women who have these self-help seminars, books, videos, trying to get this black woman to be lady and sophisticated. And all of a sudden they want her to be classy, put on heels. Because a black woman seems to think that you got on heels make you classy. So she clip-clopping with 10 feet of snow outside. She got on heels. And I'm telling you, don't slip and fall with me behind you. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. Do not do it. Do not cross the street with me and you clip-clopping with those heels and hit a patch of ice and hit that pavement with me behind you. I'm stepping over you, keep going. I'm keeping it moving. That's just how it is. Get out the way. I got business to take care of. I got to go. She walking around in her heels, click. You hear her before you even see her. Clop, 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 clop. She's so sophisticated and classy. And this April Mason sit there with all that cleavage. We're gonna be politically correct here. All that cleavage and them big legs, and she think that, hey, we bought that. No, I'm gonna look because I'm a man. Yes, I'm going to look. Yes, I am. I'm going to look. I see him. I see him. But that's not going to get me to change my message and all of a sudden think that you down with me because I decoded that message. And since I have decoded her message, I know she full of shit. As is most of these women who create these seminars and have these courses for black women to all of a sudden be dainty and do away with that warrior princess, that ride or die model. They want to do away with that because they want to follow the archetype of an Eve, that rapper Eve. Because Eve was with the ride or die, the Rough Riders, and she rolling around with them. She tough, she hard, the pit bull in a skirt, as she called herself. Let that sink in now, man. The pit bull in a skirt. Now, you call her a pit bull today, she gonna be offended by that. Because she got her a white man now. She done leveled up. She done got sophisticated and classy now. She's so feminine. When she was dealing with you, she was ride or die. She ready to throw them hands up. She ready to throw them things. When she was with you, riding around on a motorcycle. But now that she done evolved all of that, she got on her little skirt and heels. And she done became a sophisticated lady. No longer a pit bull in a skirt. Because all of this femininity is for Brad, not for you. And they know Brad ain't down with that ride or die bullshit. He ain't gonna be attracted to that unless he a cuckold. Findom, dominatrix loving. Then he okay, he like that. But the average Brad, he ain't gonna buy that. So they have to change their dynamic for him, not for us. Decode it. I've decoded this message a long time ago. A long time ago, I know what this is. That's why I'm not buying it. And no, we cannot, under no set of circumstances, can we forgive her cousin. Because if she gave descriptions of who those 4 guys were, obviously they would have been guys she knew or guys that she made up. And those cops would have actually went out and looked for those brothers. Putting black men again under the gun as if we need y'all's help. And when she didn't get the response that she thought she should have gotten, she doubled down and then she slipped up. Black woman, go where you appreciated and protected. Which after you decode that, simply means, black woman, get you a white man. What y'all want from me, man? I mean, I can lead you to the water. That is my responsibility. I have to lead you to the water. Yes, I have to lead you to the water. But God damn it, there's going to come a point where you're going to have to reach down and drink this shit for yourself. I can't drink it for you. I can't. I won't. Because even if I did, it's not going to benefit you. And that's the reason why this whole April Mason piece, I ain't bought it. I never bought it. So the whole text pro-black, black first Negroes, don't try to put her on us. Y'all can have her. That's y'all. Now that was the politically correct version. I got through it, but I'm gonna come straight down the center of the plate in the hole. Y'all know this. And I'm gonna record that right after this video here. You know what it is, section next to like breathing. You want that hole, send me an email, I'll send you a link. Because at the end of the day,